Guys, one thing that I was sitting here thinking about, and that if you guys would help me out, this would be really cool. Is I always see I'm in a couple different groups, and I always see in some of these other groups, like I'll be on Instagram or on Facebook, and I'll see people posting stories of a call that they're on. So I'm gonna think of something really cool for next week to give away or to help you guys out with, whether it's a training or a coaching session or whatever. But if you guys would, I want to see if this works. If you are on this right now and you have an Instagram account or a Facebook, I want to see how it works. If I can reshare those, if you guys would help me out, take a picture of the screen that you see wherever you're watching it from. If it's a screenshot, great. Take that, put it on your Instagram story, put it on your Facebook story, and tag me at I am Nick Wood or at Digital Drug Dealing. And I just want to see what kind of what if we can get some movement. I love this. Now, obviously, people would have to be in the Facebook group, but just to create that, I want to see. And if you guys can help me out, I'm going to come up with something really cool that every single week we give away or we gift people with for helping spread the word and creating hype around this call, guys. I come prepared. This week I spent over an hour just in notes, guys, and thinking and notes and going back to the drawing board. I got something today that a lot of you guys are not going to like, but for the people that hear what I'm about to say and they actually open their ears and they open their minds, it's going to be effective. And those of you that are listening, those of you that have open minds, that's who I'm doing this for. For everybody else can screw off. If this offends you, then I ain't for you. I might not be your taste. You might not like ginger beer, and I'm ginger beer, and I'm going to really shock your system. But I'm excited that you're on this call. If this is your first call, this is a good one to be on. Quarter one is over. Q1 is over, baby. It's done. 3 months ago, we all wrote our goals down. 3 months ago, we all said we were going to become millionaires, have six packs, go get into the perfect relationship, work on this, write a book, put up X amount of blog posts or X amount of content. 3 months in, are you still doing it? 99.99999% of you are not. 90, and we're 1 quarter in. We're a fourth of the way done. If this was a football game, if this was a basketball game, quarter one's over, dude. Quarter one is over. What did you do? Did you spend, and my recommendation is spend time this week auditing quarter one. Did you stay on track? Are you on track? Did you hit the goals? Did you do the things that you needed to do to get to the goals? Or did you let emotion, did you let tiredness, did you let comfort come in the way? Okay, and I'm a big believer in somebody that's always preaching, do what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. You do that, you can achieve anything in this life. You figure out what you want, period. You get really clear about it. You create a map to get there, and then you just do the map. That's the formula, guys. It ain't that hard. It's actually really freaking easy. Okay. So quarter one's over. And again, it's amazing to see. In fact, I want to know right here real quick in the comments, I'm going to wait. How many of you guys in the comments say me, say I, say whatever, I don't care, drop an emoji. How many of you at the end of last year set your goals for 2023? By the raise of hands in the form of an emoji or a comment or something on this thread. How many of you? I want to see. How many of you guys? Somebody says I'm muted. Can you guys hear me? Michael and Seaful says I'm muted. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, I think you can hear me. It might be you, bro. Okay, yeah, you guys can hear me. Michael and Seaful, I think you're muted, dude. Michael's down in Ghana. Good to have you on. Maud set goals. Donna set goals. Let's see. Hannah set goals. Lucas set goals. Gary set goals. Aaron set goals. Aaron says he can hear me. Aaron set goals. Kyle, did you set goals or can you just hear me? Either way, thank you for responding. Nick Basaraba says he can't hear, but everybody else can. Are some of you guys just have your audio off? Because I'm just getting like mixed signals here. Okay. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. William King said him. Michael said him. It could have just been a little bit of a lapse, guys. That could be the case. But if this, I'll keep an eye on this to make sure that it still works. But Nick Basaraba, what did he say? He said, haha, just kidding. Basaraba says he can't hear. He says, just kidding. Okay, you son of a gun. Beautiful. Okay, guys, we all set goals. Okay, next question. Again, I want you guys to respond here. How many of you guys created a map to get there? Okay, I just saw somebody that said they're going to go to $38,000 by May. $38,000 a month by May. I hope that's what they're saying, per month. How many of you guys have a map? You guys have a map that shows you exactly what you need to do today, tomorrow, and the next day to get to those goals. I do. I know that next Monday at noon, I know exactly where I'm going to be. I know next Thursday at 2 in the afternoon, exactly what I'm going to be doing. I know what I'm going to be doing Sunday morning at 6 a.m. every single week, period. Do you guys have a map? Who has a map? Josie Harding says, hey, Nick, what's going on? Donna says, I wrote down a list of things. Guys, if you have set the goals and you don't have an exact map for how to get there, you need to create a map. Okay, if you don't have a roadmap of how to get there, there's a lot of ways to get to your goal. There's a lot of ways. You need to set the goal, you need to put the date on it, and you need to have an exact roadmap. Because guys, if you're using the analogy of traveling across the country or across the world, if I'm coming to Freetown, Sierra Leone from Utah, from Vegas, I left them from Vegas. There's a lot of ways to get here, dude. You know what you could do? You go to JFK, you could go down to Ghana and pop up. What we did is we went to, well, I can't even remember what city we went to, Chicago. No, went to Atlanta, to France and down. There's a lot of ways to get here. But you know what? There's only one way that's the quickest way. And that's the map that you need to create. And guess what I did this week? I spent over an hour and a half looking at the map that I created at the end of last year, at the beginning of this year, and making tweaks and realizing, okay, I'm off. Now I got to tweak it a little bit to catch up. I recreated my map because now that I'm a little bit off course, it's still achievable. I can still get to the destination, but I'm a little bit off course. And so now we're going to have to take a different route. I can't take the same route. Hiram Layton, you're a month behind. You can't take the same route that you were going to take when you started because you're off course. You got to have the map that tells you exactly how to get there. You know what you need to do. If you've set your goals, then did you create the map? If you've created the map, then here's the key. Do what needs to be done when it needs to be done, regardless of how you feel, regardless of if you're tired, regardless of if you got shut down last night by your spouse, or your significant other, regardless of if you woke up sick, regardless of if it's rainy outside, regardless of if it's piping hot and your AC doesn't work, which happened to me the first few days I moved here, regardless of whatever, you're going to do it. And if you do that right there, that's the formula. You can create anything you want to create, period. That's it. That's the whole formula. And I know that sounds stupid. I know it sounds simple. I know it sounds like duh. Then why are you not doing it? Okay. It does not matter. You want to get a six pack. You want to have 7% body fat and go compete, or 4% body fat, go compete in a bikini competition. Guess what? Set the goal, get clear on it. By when, how do you want to look? 8%, 7%, 5%. Get the date, go create a map. What do my calories need to be? What do my workouts need to be? What do my macros, blah, blah, blah. Go do the workouts, regardless of how you feel. It's that freaking easy, guys. It's that easy. And guess what? A lot of people, they go, well, I don't have a business model because in my job, I can't just go add X amount more dollars. And that's true. If you're just in a job and you don't know about this business model, it's pretty hard to go make $1 million if you've been making 60 grand and you're going to work at the same job. But guess what? All of us have that most people don't. A vehicle called digital real estate, a vehicle called rent, then rank, that we can literally use to go to any of these goals financially, freedom wise. We want to move to Africa, we move to Africa. We want to move to Poland, we move to Poland. We want to not work for a month, we don't work for a month. That's the beauty of this business model. I am so sick and tired of the fakeness on just on the internet in general. I'm so tired of seeing people that I know have a terrible marriage posting about how much they love their spouse and how much an awesome person they are. And 2 weeks later, they're separated or divorced, or you find out one's been cheating. I'm so tired of the people that are pretending to be rich online, and you go and you find out from somebody that's their banker or somebody they've done business with that they didn't even have the cash to put $50,000 down on a duplex or on a car. Part of the reason that I moved here is I was sick of all of that fake stuff. And guys, you want to go through my Instagram feed, go back a couple of years and get some popcorn, because I was that exact same guy. I was the one that was, everything looked good from the outside. Everything was awesome. I was killing it. I was crushing it. I was hustle, 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 Gary V quotes. And little did, I'm sure everybody could see it, but to me, I thought I was fooling everybody. Guys, I was flat out scared and broke and everything else. And I am just so tired. And coming here, part of the reason was like, I was tired of all the fake, and myself included. I needed to clear my head. I wanted simplicity. I wanted a lot of things, and it has been amazing. Okay. Inside of that whole fakeness is everyone with every business model and every business. It's always good, 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 good. Dude, you're just gonna like, it's so cringe, because we know that nothing is perfect. If a business model had no downside, everybody would do it. And it's probably going to be a scam. Like, let's be real. If there's no downside, it's probably a scam. And if it's that good, why is everybody not doing it? And so I'm tired of everybody going, yeah, but like, guys, when I got into my first program, I was, and again, this could have been a lot on my part. I didn't ask so tough questions. I was too optimistic. I thought by just doing this model, by just building websites and following a simple plan, that I was going to make millions of dollars just by doing it, just because I'm me. Like, I was naive enough and cocky enough and arrogant enough that I thought I'd make millions of dollars. And that did not happen. I got punched square in the mouth. What happened is I got distracted and did the shiny object thing and thought getting into software meant I was going to make a multi-million-dollar exit in Silicon Valley. And I didn't even get it off the ground. So that was an awakening. Okay. I want to talk today real. I want to talk raw. I want to talk about the cold, hard truth about this business model, about what it looks like, about running this business full-time, about running this business part-time when you're working a 9-to-5, about what an average day actually looks like. Okay. Because trust me, in the beginning, it ain't just the beach and rubbing cocoa butter on your stomach. Okay. Your six-pack stomach that's perfectly tan while people wait on you. That is not the truth. Right. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to talk real. I'm going to share with you guys a couple of things. Okay. And so first and foremost, I want to give you guys a question. As we get into this, I want to give you guys a question to think about. By the way, today it's just me. I'm not bringing anybody on today. I've been bringing guests on. I love bringing guests on. It's fun. We have a good time. It gives different faces. Today it's me, because I got a lot I want to say, and I'm going to say it. And I'm going to try to get it all in the next 35 minutes. Take out a pen, get a piece of paper. And it might not be something I say. Maybe it's something that comes to your mind because of what I say. Maybe it's a comment somebody else makes, but I want you guys to take a nugget from today and go and put it into practice. And if it just wakes your ass up to go and do something, then I've done my job. Okay. Because what's going to happen is, if I can help you make money, yes, you're going to associate my name, my content, my lives with making money. And you will continue to come back to the trough. You will continue to come back to the watering hole. You will continue to come back to this weekly live and to this group. And eventually, when you decide enough is enough, when you decide I'm done putting my future and my family's security in someone else's hand, and someone really close to you gets laid off, somebody that has the cush job, the software engineer job for Amazon gets laid off, or that works for Google, working for Google and gets laid off. And it hits a little too close to home, and it wakes your ass up. Hey, this isn't as secure as I thought it was. And it's your time to finally spread your wings and go and take control of your life and realize you weren't put on this earth to have somebody tell you when you can go to the bathroom. When you wake up and you decide enough is enough, I will be here. I will be doing these videos. I will be putting out a piece of content every single day on YouTube, doing a free live session in this group every single week, doing a free Facebook or YouTube live every single Monday. Guys, that's the game. Consistency, predictability. You guys know that I know my stuff. You can't make this stuff up. You can't sit and rip on a topic for an hour out of memory if you haven't done it. Okay. So let me make sure our audio is working, and I'm going to give you guys a question, a rhetorical question I want you guys to think about as we get this started. Okay. We got some really good questions, by the way. coming in. Yeah, we got good questions coming in, guys. I'm going to try to get to these in just a moment, but keep them coming in. I don't want to slow the flow. Let me speak my piece, and then I'm going to get to questions because I'm seeing some good ones. Okay. And again, if audio cuts out, let me know. But guys, thanks for being on this call. I'm going to bring the heat. I'm excited about what we're about to talk about. Okay. Here's the question. Rhetorical. What if I told you, yes, you listening, you don't think I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you. What if I told you, or I told some of you, that no matter how bad you think you want this life, this entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur and I got my own business. What if I told you that no matter how bad you think you want it, you are not cut out for it? What if I told you that? I'd probably be the first person, because what I'm seeing online is that everybody can be an entrepreneur. Everybody can do this. Everybody blah, blah, blah. Now, let me not get you confused. Does everybody have the ability, if they choose, could they do this? Yes. Have I seen people close deals and make this business model work that on paper should never have made this business model work? Yes. Okay. But the reality is some of you guys shouldn't be getting into this. Some of you guys should stick with the 9 to 5. And I don't mean to be rude, and I'm not going to be coming after you. Some of you guys, I hope that there's some of you guys that have enough self-awareness that we get done with this call and you go, yeah, that's not for me. And guess what? If you were the same person that was planning on joining my program, I'm okay with that. If you decide not to, because I want to be real with you. Okay. The truth of the matter, the fact of the matter is, not every single person that's on this call, not every single person that's in this group, not every single person that's seen one of my videos is cut out to be a landlord, is cut out to own digital assets and buy their freedom back, is cut out to run a business, an online business that makes cold, hard cash. That's the reality. So here's what I'm going to talk about today. Number one, I'm going to tell you, for those of you that are part-time right now, for those of you that have 9 to 5s, I know a couple of you are tuning in from your 9 to 5. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe you're a 9 to 5, or you're wondering if you should make the jump. You're wondering if this is the game for you. I'm going to speak on what a day will look like for you if you decide to jump into this as a part-timer, as a side hustler. I hate that term, but we're going to call it side hustler. I'm also going to talk about, for somebody that's a full-time person, if you're going to dive into this full time and go cold turkey, or maybe you don't have anything and you're young, and instead of going to college, you're going to do this. Okay. Or you're retired and you're going to do this. What does it actually look like? It's not the cocoa butter and the hammock thing, by the way. Okay. We're going to talk about that. And then we're also going to talk about some of the shit that you will deal with, some of the BS that you will have to deal with on a week to week, month to month, sometimes day to day, sometimes hour to hour basis. Okay, we're going to talk about the shitty side of this business, okay, which no one likes to talk about. So I'm going to talk about it. And I've talked about a little bit of this before. I'm really excited to disappoint some of you guys. I'm really excited because there's somebody on here that thinks this is cocoa butter and 4-hour work week and millions of dollars pouring in so we can go and make YouTube videos like Iman Gadzhi and Aiden Ross and Andrew Tate and Bugatti. That ain't what it's like, okay? And I'm excited to get into this because it's going to be real. Okay. So let's go over first, average day. Okay. And first of all, in the comments, if you're somebody that is either doing this part-time, or if you decide to get into this, you're going to have to do it part-time, side hustle status, evening hustle status. You have to keep the full-time job to pay the bills. I want to know. I want to see how many of you guys out of all the people on this call, how many of you guys are going to be part-timers until you can get it to a point where it's fully sustaining you. I want to know. Don't be shy. And I know all of you guys can't possibly be full-timers, because that would mean you didn't have a current job. How many of you, Isaac, dude, Isaac's already closed the deal. Isaac, I freaking love you for that, bro. Isaac's a part-timer for now. Hiram says he's going to be working. I'm working 4 a.m. to 1. Beautiful. Anyone else or just those two? Daniel King part-time or Kong, sorry. Gary says just beginning to try and build. Hiram says finally have a bit of cash stack to run with this. I love it. Sean's full-timer. Yeah, for those that are full-timers, let me just tell me if you're going to be a full-timer or a part-timer. I want to see what the mix is. Looks like a lot of people are part-timers. Maud says full-time became profitable after 4 months of hard work at this. I love this. Beautiful. Jay says literally still learning, getting courage to start part-time. So it's looking like we got a lot of part-timers. Aaron's full-time. We got a good mix. We got a lot of part-timers. Okay, for those that are part-timers, and by the way, in the comments, keep sharing if you're a part-timer, full-timer, or if you're planning on getting into it or thinking maybe you'll get into it, which one you'd be. Let me tell you what an average day is about to look like for you guys that are going to be part-timers. And Isaac already knows this, Isaac Cheatham, because he's already got his first deal and he's already doing this, okay? Average day, and this is from experience. When I started this business, 2016, May, living in Alabama, piping hot, I'm making my money, paying my bills, doing a job I know is shittier than every one of you guys on here. I'm knocking doors. I'm waking up in the morning, and after the gym, I'm going to a meeting. And after the meeting, I'm getting a sandwich for lunch. And after the sandwich, I'm getting in my car and driving to a random neighborhood to go and knock on cold doors. And I mean cold metaphorically, that don't know I'm coming, that haven't expressed interest. I got no leads. I got nothing. And I'm going to go do that for 7 hours. Okay. That's my schedule at this point in my life, 1:30 to 8:30. And you know, some of us, maybe you can relate to this. We get to these points in our life where we're like, how did I get here, man? How did I get to a point where I'm knocking doors to pay the bills? How did I get to a point, Hiram, that I'm having to work from 4 a.m. to 1? It's just what happens, guys. Life happens, okay? May 2016, I'm knocking doors from 1:30 to 8:30, 2 to 9, somewhere in that range. Depends on the day. As soon as I get done, I pick up everyone that's in my little car group, and I grab Chipotle on the way home because I don't have time to cook. I go home, I shower, I eat, I grab my laptop, and I sit on my stomach on the carpet. I still remember exactly where I was sitting. And I am building my first couple of websites. And I'm doing this literally from 10 o'clock till 12. And trust me, I would have liked to go later than that, but I'm thinking in my head, man, tomorrow's going to come quick. And if I don't get some sleep, it's going to be a long freaking day. Okay. Every single day. That's what I did. People would go, we'd have pool parties. We'd be watching Netflix, eating popsicles, doing movies, game nights. I'm building, baby. I was building. And guys, for those of you that are either part-time or thinking about getting into this part-time, get ready to stay up late and wake up early. I know it sounds sexy right now. Do it for a month. Okay. Do it for a month. And after about the 4th time, you have to say no to dinner or to your friends going out and playing basketball or going to the gym or going to the club or your girlfriends or whatever. And you're sitting home with your 2015 MacBook Air or HP or your Chromebook, hecking away at the keyboard, watching videos on how to build a website, then we'll talk. Because right now, waking up early and staying up late sounds sexy, sounds like the Gary Vee hustle. It sucks, dude. It's not fun. Okay? It's not like waking up on Christmas or waking up for a vacation. Okay? First couple days are, get ready to give up the Netflix, going out with the girls, going bowling, whatever, okay? Get ready to give up every spare second and get ready because it's going to feel like you are pushing a boulder on a flat road. It is literally, you're going to be pushing and grinding and calling and studying and learning and talking and pitching and everything. And it's like you ain't even budging that boulder. It hasn't even moved an inch and it's been a month. Okay. In short, get ready to eat shit. Okay. So that's the picture that I'm going to paint for those of you that are part-time and you're like, oh, this is a great call. Thanks, Nick. I really appreciate you. Thanks for the motivation there. I'm just being real. Okay. That's what it looked like for me. My wife at the time was living in Utah. She came out for a month or two. She went back home because we had a baby. I couldn't go home, and I was hoping the baby didn't come before she was due, and she wasn't there. So she wasn't even there with me. I was literally home, Chipotle, shower, work every single blessed day. Okay. And it was super tiring. Okay. For those that are going to be doing this full time, Aaron, I saw a couple people that are going to be doing this full time. Maybe you're a student. Maybe you got your company got bought. There's probably not a lot of those, but maybe there are. And there's a few. Maybe your company got bought. Maybe you're retired. Maybe you have enough income from real estate that this is just something you want to pick up to pay more bills, to have more expendable income. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and you could do this full time. Whatever it is, if that is you, or for those of you that are going to be part-time first and then go full-time, listen to this, okay? Here's what your average day is going to look like and some of the things that's going to be included. Cold calling, okay? During your prime hours, you can expect to wake up early again, do cold calls and prospecting calls and closing calls during prime time, okay? The good hours of the day when you have energy, when everything's smoking and going. Get ready to do cold calls. Get ready to feel that sweat come on. Get ready to feel that terror as you go to call a business owner. You have no idea who they are. You've never done cold calling. You've never done selling before, and it will test your confidence. Okay? Get ready after that to start writing content. Yes, the words on the page. You hated English class? Well, it was nothing compared to what you're about to do. Get ready to write content and build websites until your little fingers need those little cups that they use at the post office to sort mail. Okay, get ready to write a lot of content, and I'm going to tell you this: it doesn't get more fun. Okay, building websites, content. Get ready to fill in the gaps doing due diligence, looking at cities, looking at niches, looking at studying some of the most boring niches in the world: concrete, tree service, spray foam insulation, stucco. I'm just thinking masonry. I'll guarantee there's no one on this call right now that a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, when they were in high school, and maybe you still are, that thought, yeah, when I'm XYZ years old, I'm going to be studying the concrete industry and how concrete is poured. None of you guys, including me. Okay. Get ready to spend a lot of time building lists during the time you should be watching Netflix and chilling. Okay. Get ready to spend time looking for a VA, a virtual assistant in another country that doesn't speak the same language as you. And it sounds fun. It sounds great having people work for you, but guess what? It's work. Get ready to spend time reaching out to people because you have a problem that seems unsolvable. You have a problem that you just don't know how to fix. And get ready to start dealing with clients in those first few months that, even though you're producing exactly what you said you're going to produce and more, are still complaining because you're not sending them enough leads and they're not closing the leads, even though it's not your fault. Okay? Get ready for that. Guys, it is going to be, for the first while, when you are getting started in any business, but this one specifically, you are going to be eating dog shit every single day. Okay. And it is going to feel like you're pushing a boulder. It is going to feel like you're pushing a boulder that is rounded on top, but it's flat on the bottom. That sucker is not budging. Let me tell you about some of the BS you guys are going to have to deal with. And I'm smiling because I deal with it all the time. Somebody already mentioned this. You're going to deal with ad suspensions. If not now, you will. Okay. It's not if, it's when. Okay. Get ready to deal with doing taxes. Guess who spent time with taxes today? This guy. Okay. Now you got to start worrying about taxes and paying your employees and business taxes and write-offs. And do I hire an accountant or do I do the TurboTax deal? Get ready to pay bills, not be late on credit cards, making sure your software is paid for, stressing about getting all those paid for. Get ready to deal with unhappy clients. And again, I'm not trying to scare you off, because once we get these things going and once they're cooking and once we have the right person in place, this becomes very passive. But you will deal with unhappy clients. And guys, it's the most frustrating thing ever, because a lot of times it is really not your fault. It is theirs, but you can't really tell them that. Okay. Get ready to spend a lot of time learning and studying, getting onto the course that you purchased, onto Udemy, onto YouTube, onto listen to podcasts, listening to different things to learn and grow. Get ready to deal with dickhead business owners. Yes, I said that, dickhead business owners. You're literally calling them to give them a free job, and they are paying for ads, and they treat you like you are the scum of the earth, like you are less than the gum on the bottom of the table or on your shoe. And they are so much better than you because they're the business owner, even though they're the ones that are out in the sun pouring concrete. Okay. Get ready to deal with reverse charges on your Stripe account. Yeah. You did the deal, you signed the contract, you delivered the leads, and you look and, oh, that client decided to reverse charge and they're ghosting you now and you can't get a hold of them. So now your merchant's mad and it's looking bad. And oh crap, that was the $1,000 to go for the house payment and for little Timmy's nursery and to go to Disneyland next year that we're saving up for, the down payment on the car. Oh no. Okay. And guys, for those of you that are married or that have a significant others, get ready for your spouse or significant other to check in with you and say, hey, how's things going? When did you say this was going to take off? When? How much you making? Guys, gals, friends, who would choose this life? Who would choose all of that? Like literally, after going through that, who would choose this life? I mean, think about it, right? When you could stay at your cushy 9-to-5 job where you get free coffee, it's not great, but it's okay, where you get paid time off. Don't forget the paid time off. You get the 401ks matched. Don't forget about that. And there's a great package when you retire and you get the little dinner, okay, with the plaque. Why would you ever choose this life? Okay. Now that I've given you guys the shittiest parts of this, I want to go over, I want to close before we get into questions with this. For those of you who are willing to go through all of that, and you will go through all of that, every single one of those, I didn't just come up with random stuff. Those are all things that I deal with on a day-to-day basis that I've been dealing with for years. But for those of you that are crazy enough to choose this life and are willing, no matter how many months it takes or years it takes, you are going to endure and you're going to take it head on. Let me tell you about the life this can afford you. The life that this can afford you, if you're willing to go through that, includes living wherever you want to live, not being bound to a specific location, moving or traveling on a moment's notice. If you want to move to Africa, like I did a couple weeks ago, you can afford to do that. And you can afford to do that not just with money, but with not being constrained or stuck to an area. And it's amazing. Okay. Also, driving the G-Wagon you always wanted, or maybe you're not a G-Wagon guy. Maybe you want a Range Rover. Maybe you want the Maserati. I don't care. That is another thing that this can afford you because I was willing to go through it. What else? Letting your wife treat herself at Louis Vuitton every time you're in Vegas or near a designer store in Paris, if she decides that that's what she wants. Or for those of you that are women, your husband, whatever he's into. Okay. The finest dining the world has to offer, not looking at the menu and saying, I feel like eating the whatever, I can't even think of the name of it right now, Wagyu beef today because, and I know it's way too much. It's $300 for 2 ounces or 5 ounces or whatever, but you know what? That's what I'm feeling like. The finest dining this world has to offer. Experiencing different cultures, tastes, and smells. Buying your dad a Rolex. Buying your dad a Rolex. One of the coolest things I've ever done in my life. One of the things that makes me smile every single time I'm around him and he's wearing that thing, and I can see how much he appreciates it and how much he loves it and how proud he is to wear it. Okay. And again, he's a prideful dude. He could have bought it many years ago, but he just never would have pulled the trigger. So it was really cool. Buying your dad a Rolex. How about paying for your in-laws to go on a week-long trip wherever they want to go, and just calling them up and saying, hey, we're going to go on this trip. I just need to know you can come. I got it. I got you. Food, airplane, lodging, the whole nine. I got you. Okay. Paying for your friend's schooling who has no way of supporting themselves except for you, but being able to do that, and it's not going to cut into your bills. Okay. Helping your friend start a business, start a taxi business to support his wife and almost 3 kids. How about donating to your favorite cause or church? Buying experts time to train you on whatever you want. You want to get such and such body type. You can go and you can find the person and you can give them the money and you can say, here's what I want. Can you help me? Buying experts time to learn a new skill, to be trained on something. Okay. Being able to put your kids in private school in another country that's ridiculously overpriced. Okay. Eating out every single night, if that's what you so choose. Meeting incredible entrepreneurs that need money to scale, and being an investor that can give it to them if you so choose. Hiring house cleaners, pool cleaners, and yard workers. And speaking of pools, putting a pool in. How about buying real estate that makes you even more passive income? Okay. Buying and wearing this. Guys, I know some of these things, they're not your taste, but just listen to me. How about buying and wearing the designer clothes and being able to have a $30,000 chain if you want to, and a $22,000 Rolex? That may not be your thing. That's okay. What about some of you guys that are in this, spending $7,000 on a table at the club? Okay. Being able to just pick up and leave and go to Cabo with on a last second invite. Going to Bora Bora with your rich friends because they invited you, and it's $8,000 for the week. But you know what? It's a once in a lifetime experience. Saying what you want to say, doing what you want to do, wearing what you want to wear, when you want, with who you want, how you want. Being asked to speak at events and college campuses and to companies about your success and the things that they can learn from you. Getting on amazing podcasts, meeting amazing people that want to get around you. Okay. And investing in your buddy's dream that needs the money to be able to pull it off, but you know that they're going to make it. That's the life for those of us. And I'm just scratching the surface, but those are just a couple of the things that I've been able to do. A couple of things that this life has afforded me. And that because I was willing to go through all the shit that I started this call with, the client complaints, oh my gosh, another Google ad suspension. Oh my gosh, I got to build another website instead of going out to the restaurant. Oh my gosh, this, got to skip that, got to stay up late here, that's the life. And guys, I'm not saying that you need to live my life. I'm not saying that you want to live my life. But what I'm saying is, if there's one of those things that spoke to you, and I'm just scratching the surface, but for me, I will take eating that shit every day of the week to live this life. I will. And I would do it again in a heartbeat. And every single one of you that has any inkling of an urge to want to live any part of the life that I just described, you're in the right place. And it's going to suck. And you're going to go through days that freaking, like, literally you're going to go, what am I doing? And you call that business owner and they treat you like garbage. And you question, did you make the right decision? And you go in and you look at another city and it's, oh my gosh, I found another lead generator in this city. This whole thing's saturated. Oh my God. Guys, I can't even count the amount of days that I've woke up and gone, oh man, I'm back at the grind, huh? Another Monday, another Wednesday, another sales call. If this was easy, everybody would do it. If making millions of dollars sitting in the comfort of your home or in the location of your choice with minimal work and no downside were easy, or what was for everybody would do it, guys. My message today is that for those of you that are expecting this to be easy, it ain't. For those of you that are expecting money to just flow, it's not gonna. For those of you that are hopping into this thinking you're going to make millions of dollars without trying, it's not going to happen. And for those of you that are listening to people that are telling you that's the case, they're full of shit. And I would love to see how they are making their money, because they might, maybe they're not even lying, but maybe they don't know because they're not even in the game anymore. Let me remind every person on this call and every person that's going to listen to this, if it gets posted anywhere else, I made millions of dollars building simple websites, renting them out, ranking them after I rented them out, rinsing and repeating. Millions of dollars, multiple years in a row before I opened my mouth and started talking about lead generation, started talking about, hey, I know what I'm talking about. And even then, I had a little imposter syndrome, believe it or not. Like, who am I? Who am I? And I reminded myself, dude, the people that you learn from, you've been making more money than them for 5 years, bro. Go forward. Go forward. Okay. Guys, I've done this. I can talk the talk because I've walked the walk, and I still walk the walk. We still are doing deals. We literally, this past 6 weeks, we've signed 5 or 6 new clients on my agency side, on my Evergreen, my company Evergreen, not Digital Landlords, not my program, not my real estate, the thing that got me to this place, the thing that pays the bills, the thing that put in the pool, the thing that bought the house, the thing that bought the real estate. I'm still doing it. Again and again and again and again. And guys, I've seen this literally change my life, going from negative $60,000 to making $100,000 a month. Okay. It was not that long ago that, for those of you that are in debt, 3.5 years ago, 3 years ago, I was sitting there with negative $60,000. This year, I have the ability, guys, I didn't rent my house out when I moved here. I just kept it. I'm like, after this, I'm going to buy a car to just have one here. Like, I'm looking at real estate Saturday to have a second life, a second home. It's crazy because 3 years ago, I never would have imagined I would be in a spot where not only could I buy myself a Rolex, but I would buy my dad a Rolex, not because I owed him money, not because it was his birthday or because it was Christmas, but because I felt like doing it. And I felt like he deserved it. And I felt like it would be a really cool thing to do. And out of all those things that I listed, ironically, because a lot of those are vain, a lot of those things are like me, the ones that still get me excited, that still give me goosebumps, are the ones when I get to take my money and bless other people and do things for other people. Guys, I bought my mom a Louis Vuitton bag, right? And she didn't even know she'd heard of Louis Vuitton. It wasn't until a week later when my brother told her like what this thing cost, that she called me and was like, are you kidding? She thought it was like those, like maybe a couple $100. She didn't know that it was a couple $1,000. And it was just because, guys, that's the kind of stuff you have the ability to do, guys. I got a guy right now that's my driver. And this dude, he's my driver here in Sierra Leone. This guy is amazing. And before me, he was working and he was making $50 a month, working 7 to 2 a.m., 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. And so when I got here, I said, dude, I'm going to hire you full time. So I'm hiring him. He's working for me full time while I'm here. And I told him in a couple months, I said, we're going to find you a taxi. He's the one that told me he wanted to get into it. We're going to buy him a taxi and he's going to start his own business. And he's going to pay me back. I'm going to give him a loan because I want him to have that pride that he did it. Not that he was just gifted it, but I'm going to be able to buy that taxi and get him into a spot where he can make money for him and his family for the rest of his life. Those are the kind of things that you get to do, guys. Those are the kind of things that dropping $100 tips, just doing stuff like that. Like it's amazing. Right. And it doesn't mean that you need to flex or whatever. You can do amazing things with money. And for those of you that are tired of not being able to do those things, this is how you do them, this life. Okay. I'm going to answer a couple questions really quick and then we'll hop off here. See what we got here. Let's see. Okay, let's go back just a little bit. Guys, if you have questions, drop them in really, really quick. Kyle Melton said expanding our current business to include this model. Kyle Melton, my advice, switch it and switch it immediately. If I were you, what I would do is, let's say you're an SEO. Go find an SEO partner, give them your business. Say, here, I'm going to assign all my clients to you. I want 50% of the deal. I don't want to deal with them, and go full-time into it. If you can, of course, if it's going to not make you pay the bills, or just transition. That's what I did when I decided in 2020, I was going to go full-time into this. I got rid of my SEO because SEO always has a shelf life. Every one of your SEO clients has a shelf life. Kano says, what are you selling? Not sure what you mean when you say, what are you selling? Was it when I was talking about drinks? I'm not sure. What I'm selling, guys, is right now is I'm selling time. What I sell is time. My program, make no mistake. The reason I'm in here, the reason I'm talking, the reason I'm giving value, this is a completely free. You guys don't have to buy anything from me, but you know what I understand is that if you guys, once you understand how valuable your time is, you will come to the guy that sells time. I don't sell a course. I don't sell this. I don't sell that. I sell time. I sell the ability to go from where you are right now to where you want to be in a condensed period of time, in months instead of years. So I don't know if that answers your question, John, but what I do, my program, my digital landlords, I sell time. And you can't go and buy your time back. You can't go into the past and buy the time you've already spent back. But you know what I learned? You can buy future time. And if you're looking to buy time and you're at the point where you're like, yo, I can't get this back. This is the most valuable thing I have, which you just start. The older you get, the more you realize this, that you start having kids, you realize this. I sell that. I'm the time guy. I can sell you time. Okay. That's what I sell. Literally everything you mentioned happened to me. There we go. I love it. There's some confirmation, and we've never even talked. So that's there. There's your confirmation on that. Okay, let's see what we got. Real life stuff. Go through mountains of shit to get to the other side and take. Guys, when you go through shit though, the beautiful thing about it is the fruit tastes so much sweeter. When you climb the mountain, the view just looks better, dude. When you drive to the top of the mountain and you look off, it's cool. But when you climb it, how much cooler is the view? When you look down and go, I climbed that thing, dude. I climbed it. It's way better. It's a great point, Michael. Katie also says, can you explain what you're selling? I hope that you guys got that. But if you guys are brand new enough to this, you don't even know what we sell in here. I'm just going to say this just in case. We sell leads, guys. We sell leads to business owners. And if maybe you got invited to this group and you're like, what the heck is this? In this business model, we generate leads to local business owners, and we get paid a flat fee every month, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 every single month. And we rent out these assets. So I hope I kind of answered everything there. Oh, can you give us a specific, okay. Industries I'm working in. Sorry, that makes more sense. Concrete, tree service, spray foam installation, anything home service related. That's where I've made my money. Duct cleaning, foundation repair, you name it. Anything home service related is where I'm playing ball. Okay. Yemi, after you close the deal, do you build out the existing landing page into a website, or do you leave the LP alone? No, I leave the landing page alone, build a full new website on a domain. Don't touch the content, new number, new everything, brand new. Okay. Austin says, bro, needed to hear this. Happy to hear that, bro. I'm glad that you were on this call, and I appreciate you being on this call. Donna says, thanks. Zane, Nick, can GPT divert people? Guys, I'm not sure on GPT. I'm not using Chat GPT yet. I'm not sold on it. Game plan for us is build a website using strictly Chat GPT content, see if it ranks, see if it stays ranked, and then I'll move over. But for me, dude, content's too important for me. I've heard mixed things. I've heard some people say that if you write it, Google can sandbox you. If that's even remotely possible, I ain't touching it, okay? And I will test, and I will tweak, and I will try. And then once I've confirmed and know for sure, then yes. But I'm not the shortcut guy. I've been writing my content by hand. I've been teaching people how to write it by hand. I wrote the first 200,000 words of content personally. And then I found people to do it for me. And then I found somebody to manage the people doing it for me. And I haven't written content in 3-4 years. Okay. But I'm not using ChatGPT yet. I think it's an amazing tool. I think it's going to get there, but I don't know about Google, man. Google might not like it. And if they don't, then I'm not going to use it. It's a cool, amazing tool. And I'm sure at some point it's going to be good. And maybe it is, but I'm going to test it on a project that doesn't affect my income. Okay. Okay, I'm getting different information from different sources on this. Maybe you could help. Is having all your GPPs managed by the same manager account a problem? I don't do that. I do separate. So I'm just speaking from experience. What she's talking about, guys, is when you get a website, let's say you have a tree service site in Las Vegas, you have a concrete site in Las Vegas. Should you use the same email to manage it? I think you should not. I have a separate email for every single one. I know it's a pain. You got to log in. You got to remember this. You got to remember that. I think it's worth the work. Okay. In my experience for suspensions, that's my 2 cents. Okay. Pierce, when collecting leads, do you reach out to BOs when you get the first lead, or do you make sure no, as soon as I get the first lead, I'm reaching out. What I do is I tee them up and I let them know, hey, I'm going to get you a couple good ones. Now, I don't say a couple good ones in the next couple days. I say a couple good ones, period. And I say, it might be a couple days, it might be a couple weeks. I want to get you a couple and we'll talk. And that leaves the window open, leaves the door open, doesn't like tie me or put me in a corner. And then if it's slow, I don't look stupid. Okay. What some of you guys are doing, you're like, hey, I'm going to get you a couple leads and let's talk, in 3 days after I get you 5 leads. And you don't know you're going to get 5 leads. Okay. That's the problem. Okay. What else we got? Kyle, we do web and marketing for contractors. It seems, dude, if you're already doing it for contractors, just take your current clients and go build lead generation sites with your profits. Do this exact same process. Dude, Kyle, listen to me right now. And everyone else that's in the same position listening right now, go and look at my recommendations for niches. Make sure you're in the niches I'm talking about, right? Or you're not doing something that's like outside my recommendations. Go to one of your clients. Don't tell them. Go and do the research. Go and see if that city is a good city to do it in. Less than $5 CPC, low competition, etc. Go and set up a landing page. Go run ads to the landing page. Go get a couple of leads and call your business owner up who's already paying you. Say, hey, Jack, we decided to do something. We wanted to get you more leads, and we kind of figured out this cool little technique to monopolize Google. And I actually have leads coming in. I want to give you a couple, and I was curious if you'd be interested in talking about this, totally separate from the SEO that we're doing with you. But I want to hit you up before I go to anybody else. Dude, shooting fish in a barrel, bro. They already trust you. You're giving them leads. They're like, yo, give me the details. Where do I sign? Like it's stupid. Every one of your SEO clients, if you have SEO clients right now, if it's in a niche that is good for rank and rent, you should have SEO. You should have lead generation sites included in that deal. Even if they're not paying you for it, you should be spending your money to do those, because that is going to be your security, your insurance, because they will cancel. They will cancel. Those SEO clients will cancel. And I know you're sitting there probably shaking your head going, no, they won't. They've been with me they'll cancel. Just wait. And when they do, you can come back and let me know. Okay. Isaac, there was enough info in this free group to get deals. I 100% agree that the course saves time because it took a lot of digging in this group. Yeah, exactly. Guys, if you guys want to, my goal is to put out content that's not dog crap. And if you want to dig through this entire group, you want to go through all my YouTube, guys, I got hundreds of hours of content. I'm sure that you can piece stuff together. But if you want to save time, you want the blueprint, you want to go fast, that I sell time. Okay. Jay, is first step starting an LLC? No, don't worry about an LLC. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an attorney, but I'll just tell you what I did. I went and got a couple deals, and then I worried about that. Don't need a logo. Don't need a business card. Don't even need a website. Go get a deal. Go get 2 deals. Go get money coming in first, and then you can worry about all that stuff. Okay. Zane, when you say the 1K, then it means with GM. No, without, dude. Guys, on GMB, you guys forget my first 10, 15, 20 projects, I didn't have GMBs on them. Guys, I was getting $1,000, $1,500 per month deals. No GMB, no leads from GMB, nothing. Y'all are over there tripping. I saw somebody comment that said, yeah, this is why this model is not scalable. Dude, I haven't even thought about this. I know video verification, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? I got leads coming in from ads. I got leads coming in organically. we're going to figure out the GBP. If we don't, then I'm still going to make money. I do flat fee deals, guys. I don't do pay per lead deals. So I could give a shit if I get my thing verified. I don't care. I really don't. For those of you that were completely dependent on Google My Business, I'm sure you're tripping. I'm not. I have 3 legs to my stool. I got the Google My Business, which is a little bit teetering right now for some of my sites, right? I got my organic stuff because I rank my websites, and I got my ads. You only need 2 of the 3. Sometimes you only need 1 of the 3. Quit tripping. Jay, do you rent the website to multiple contractors? 1, just 1. That's part of my pitch. The exclusivity is part of the pitch. Okay, let me do 2 more. You guys, good questions, guys. Thank you guys for being on. We got some hype. We got some energy. I can feel it, baby, live from West Africa. I love this, dude. Let's do 2 more questions. Do you do any niches in commercial? I do not. When you make a landing page to get leads to the offer, is the landing page pretty much the website? Here's the thing with the landing page. Make sure it's got the phone number that's clickable. Make sure it's big and bold. Make sure there's a quote form. And make sure that it's just dumb, stupid, and easy. That's all the advice I'm going to give you. Don't overthink it. Go run that shit. Go run ads, and let's go. Okay. John, I'm going to answer this one because I'm going to love this one. John, how much would you suggest charging for a lead? I wouldn't suggest charging for a lead. I do not do pay per lead. In fact, John, I got a video. Go to my YouTube channel. Go on YouTube. Guys, if you're not subscribed to me on YouTube, I don't care. But if you want to, I put out a video every day and a short, 2 pieces of content every single day, about to be 3 pieces of content every single day forever. Even if I'm here, even if I'm traveling, every single day. It's a standard for me. I'm the content machine, dog. You have no idea what I got in store. I'm about to triple, quadruple what's coming out, by the way. Go to my YouTube channel or go to YouTube and type in Nick Wood and type in, what was your question? Type in pay per lead, Nick Wood, rank and rent, something like that. You'll see a video of why I don't do pay per lead. It sounds sexy. It sounds good. It sounds whatever on paper. It's the worst idea in the world. Do not do pay per lead. Flat fee, flat fee, flat fee. That's all I do. I don't do commission. I don't do these joint ventures, whatever. Guys, this has been freaking fun. I can feel the energy. I appreciate you guys being on. If you guys want to continue to drop comments, I'm going to take those comments and either answer them on here, or even better, I will go and take them and use them as ideas to make YouTube content and make a specific piece of content on YouTube. Create the video, drop it in as a link, which you can enjoy right there on YouTube. But guys, I appreciate you guys being on. Again, if you don't mind, it would help me out a ton, especially next time. We're going to be doing this every single week, okay? Every single week, same exact time, 9:30 a.m. MST on Wednesdays, right here on Facebook. If you guys wouldn't mind, for those of you that are on or that were on, if you guys, it would help me a ton. Take a picture of the screen, of watching the screen. You can drop a nugget, drop a bar that I drop, and tag me at I am Nick Wood on my Instagram or Facebook. Tag at Digital Drug Dealing. That helps me a ton. And I'm going to do something cool for you guys. I'm going to think of something super special, whether it's a giveaway, whether it's a training, whether it's a coaching call, whether it's something. Maybe I'll give away some swag next week. But if you guys will do that, I'll give you guys something cool and put you guys into a drawing every single week. That would help me a ton. And guys, people still have to get into the Facebook group, but it just creates that visibility. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. I'm going to go look at a car I'm thinking about buying here to have one here in West Africa. This is the life that you can be afforded. You got to be willing to eat shit. But I promise you guys, on the other side of the shit, it is so sweet, man. It is in freaking credible, unbelievable. I'll see you guys next week.